Good evening. How are we this evening? So let's talk about our favorite topic, Caitlyn Clark. So let me tell you what we found out today, that Caitlyn Clark was one of 7 alumni named to the Dowling Catholic High School Athletic Hall of Fame in the 2025 class. And these athletes, including Caitlyn Clark, will be honored at the school's homecoming game on September 26th of this year. So I'm going to read you just some stuff the school said about Caitlyn Clark and why she's being inducted. Caitlyn was a 4-year starter for Dowling Catholic High School basketball and holds numerous school records for all-time assists and single-game scoring with 60 points. She led her teams to 3 state tournament appearances and was twice named Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year. In 2020, Clark earned national recognition as a first-team McDonald's High School All-American. She also played soccer for 2 years at Dowling Catholic High School, helping the team reach the state tournament both seasons and earning all-state honors as a freshman. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Caitlyn Clark has been an outstanding athlete for the better part of her life, okay? And it should be no surprise that she stands at the pinnacle in the WNBA. They also went on to mention all of the accolades she received in college, including being the all-time leading scorer. So now I got something to show you here. This is pretty cool. This is Caitlyn Clark. This is not a very long clip, but I will put this video in. As you know, I will put it in the description of the video and also up in the post section of the page, of the YouTube page. This is Caitlyn Clark, the top 8th grader. Okay. Before I do this, I want to make sure I'm doing this right, because I want to optimize the video so it's not choppy. So hang on, I'm going to do that over again. Here we go. Now we're good to go. So this is her playing as an 8th grader. So honestly, I can assure you I've not seen anybody in the WNBA before her or anybody in the WNBA right now with her play like her. And I certainly have never seen, I've seen uh, people I thought were good players in junior high school, but not like that. Okay, not like that. Not in the eighth grade. Um, there is also um, another video I will put in. I'm not going to show it, um, but it is a high school video. It's called a mixtape. So it's a bunch of different clips all rolled into one video. It's not a very long video, but I will put that also in the description of this particular video, and also again in the post section of the channel. So tomorrow night's game is, basically do or die for both teams. And it's going to be, for better or for worse, um, who wants it the worst, the most, okay? I'm thinking Atlanta at home is going to play pretty tough, because they were talking about the Atlanta Dream coach being potentially the coach of the year. He was not. I believe they gave that to Natalie Nakasi today. I believe that was announced today, and she did get that award. But he did great things with the Atlanta Dream. Of course, he had a healthy team to play with all season long, unlike Stephanie White. So she was in consideration for Coach of the Year. She did not get it. So all the Stephanie White haters out there can breathe easy. She's not going to get it. She did not get it. But by any stretch of the imagination, if we're being fair about things, no team in the WNBA, and I don't want to hear about the Valkyries having people out. We know people were injured, but nobody in the WNBA has had 5 players with season-ending injuries. Okay, only one team, and that's the Indiana Fever. So it's a tribute not only to the players and their grit and determination that they've been able to stay in and fight through this thing, but it's also to Stephanie White's credit. And please, I'm going to tell you right now, don't write to me in the comments and ask me, well, what happened to Coach Parseltongue? You know what? I'll tell you what. At some point during the course of this year, as I was making videos, I stopped focusing on the negativity because I realized it's easy to get sucked into that. And then once you get sucked into that, that's all you talk about. I don't want to do that. This is sports, okay? So I have no problem criticizing her, and I have criticized her for some of her substitutions during the year. But I do not believe that Stephanie White's goal is to break Caitlyn Clark. And you know something? I don't believe that Caitlyn Clark believes that either. I actually think her team likes her. I think her team respects her. And in my opinion, if the team likes her and the team respects her and they feel like they can play for her, then I think she needs to come back with a healthy team to be given a fair shake at whether or not she can coach this team. I don't want to hear about Vanderbilt. That's ancient history, okay? We have all had jobs in our lives where our performance hasn't been what it should be. And anyone who says that they haven't had those jobs is lying, okay? We've all been through that, okay? And so, in all fairness to her, she has not been able to play her team the way she wanted to. She lost Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark has only played 13 games this year, okay? And in the games that she played, she dominated the floor. And I believe she will come back in 2026 and do the same thing no matter who the coach is. Okay? No coach is going to come in and tell Caitlyn Clark to play Iowa college basketball. You simply cannot play that way in the pros. It just does not happen. All right? Aaliyah Boston. Another person who gets criticized. Aaliyah Boston has had to play out of position a lot this season. Okay, she's listed as a center slash power forward. She's had to play both positions numerous times this season. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Indiana Fever should have tried to get a power forward before the trade deadline, before the playoffs. I hope in the offseason they will look for a power forward. I believe Michaela Timpson should be playing more minutes next year. Okay, I actually think they should play Michaela Timpson tomorrow night, regardless of what happens. Okay, Michaela Timpson will play more minutes next year. She can develop into that power forward, but we don't have time to wait. Okay, if we want to win a championship, we need to bring in a power forward and have Michaela Timpson learn the ropes. That's what we need to do. And let Aaliyah Boston focus on being a center. She needs to be in the paint. She needs to dominate the paint. That's just my opinion. I'm giving it to you. I hope you guys have a great night. Tomorrow night, do or die. I believe it's tomorrow night. It's not Friday, right? Someone said to me Friday. I believe it's Thursday night. Do or die. I will be on after the game. Have a great night tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow.